49. Go roll. You good?
Want to sit in the back?
Whatever you want to do.
How's your day going so far?
Pretty good.
Like your car?
Thank you. It's a lease.
Okay, gotcha.
They did a deal with Hertz and Uber drivers.
Oh, that's cool.
Weekly leasing.
That's crazy. Is it fun to drive?
Yeah. I hate driving my own car now.
Yeah. I can imagine.
But I have unlimited miles, so it is my car.
That's true. That's
Yeah.
true.
That's
Pick up some ladies with this car?
Now I'm married, so
I'm just playing.
I could. I've had the opportunities. And strangely enough, some women like married men. It's weird.
Yeah.
That is crazy.
Yeah, it's like that something they can't have thing.
Yeah.
Yep.
It's like, I've been able to throw this at everybody.
Right? Did you have you used like the self-driving stuff?
I haven't done that yet. But
you trust
yeah,
it?
So when you go to the feature, it says beta, and if anything happens to you while blah 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 blah, it's your fault.
Oh, so it's sketchy. My boss drives a Tesla, and he's like, dude, I use it all the time. Like, I draft my fantasy picks.
Well,
like,
he has the actual downloaded app in the software that doesn't say beta. This is like it's not unlocked, I guess.
Right.
You have to they sell you that feature. It's like $7,000.
Goddamn.
Oh yeah, I've seen that. Yeah.
It's for an app too. It's an app that costs $7,000.
Yep,
and
I've seen that. It's crazy.
because the battery is the same too. So if you want the performance package, it's just a $12,000 app that just tunes up your battery basically.
That
you
is
just like
insane.
Yeah.
Did you just like tune it up yourself? Nah, probably
Well,
not.
I'm sure eventually there's going to be gearheads that have money enough to take it apart,
program
do
it,
their
yeah.
own thing, and that's what I tell people. It's not going to be motorheads building cars anymore. It's going to be like tech guys.
Yeah. That's
it's
so
gonna be,
weird to think
yeah.
about. Wow. Yeah. That's a crazy point.
It's badass.
Yeah, it's not this old Hank that works at this game. Yeah, it's like Steve.
It's going to be like some dude with a 150 IQ
Yeah,
and like
super smart kid.
yeah. Like, how fast can I get this thing to go?
Yeah, dude, that's crazy.
Yeah, it's insane. Everybody's like trying to do. There's a lot of companies that GM is trying to completely go electric.
So Ford is announced too.
Yeah.
Y'all seen that EV Hummer? It
No,
is the sexiest truck on the road.
Really?
The best looking truck I've ever seen.
Let me look this up real quick.
Yeah. In person. I've seen it in person. It's absolutely sexy.
What do you think about the new Broncos?
The 4-door is great. The 2-door is ugly.
I want the 4-door. Yeah, I want
the 2-door is about as ugly as any truck I've ever
the
seen.
4-door Sport, dude. That's what I want.
Yeah. The 4-door is nice. My sister has one.
That's why I want to trade my car in for one, maybe in a year or so.
I still like the classic ones a lot more.
I don't know. The sport ones, they just look nice. They look sleek. I like them.
I dated a girl a long time ago that had like the old school Bronco, but she had a huge lift on it. And she was like a little bitty tiny girl. And she looked so weird getting in and out of it. And it was
That's hilarious. Yeah, I went to the gym the other day, dude. This little girl, like small girl, pulls up right next to me in a rig, like a big old rig. And I'm like, I'm hoping that's just borrowed from your dad, because like that's pretty funky.
And you go to the gym.
Yeah.
That's what she feels like after working out. So.
Seriously. Golly.
I'm trying to get an E30. Like a BMW, the old classic ones, the
That'd be
2-door
sweet.
coupes.
That's cool.
Those are fucking badass.
I want the new Volkswagen van.
Whoa, okay, yeah.
I haven't seen
I think
those.
it's pretty sweet.
Yeah, they're re-releasing the new Volkswagen van.
Volkswagen makes some really good shit.
Now
Oh,
that
yeah.
That's pretty crazy looking.
The EV Hummer.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
That's pretty. That's pretty sweet.
That is badass.
it's like 80,000.
Is it electric or is it?
Yeah, it's electric. And it's powerful too.
Damn.
That is sexy.
That thing's pretty dope.
It's big too. When you're sitting next to it, you're like, damn, the thing's big. Like
Yeah.
it's like
Yeah, look, it has all these accessories like planned to go on too, like this whole camping kit thing. It looks sweet.
Yeah, that's badass.
Maybe that's what I need.
yeah. We pulled up next to me and another guy riding in with me. he was like, oh, the new EV Hummer, and I looked up and I was like, jeez. I didn't even know that they existed.
I didn't either.
Yeah, I didn't know that was a thing. I thought Hummers were like, I didn't think they were making Hummers anymore.
I didn't know it was a GMC.
Oh, that's a GMC?
Yeah, it's a GMC. That's another crazy thing. Like, what?
Yeah.
I didn't know that either.
It's gonna be interesting. Is like whenever like Audi, BMW, all the. I mean, BMW made the i8, but like.
When the market gets real competitive, it's gonna be fun.
Yeah.
Well, I think it was like Ford or somebody had just recently announced that it's like by 2025 they're only making electric cars. Like they're not making any more gas-powered cars. And like,
I can see that.
I don't like that. That's sketchy, man.
Yeah.
Well, my thing is like, oh, well, gas is so expensive and we're running out of resources, right? But what happens when they start charging you more for electricity? Like at the charge pumps. Like what happens when they decide, oh, let's charge you more for electricity?
It's gonna be the same shit.
Yeah, it's gonna be the same thing.
Well, yeah, and also lithium ion for the batteries. That is not a renewable resource. Also, supposedly they can recycle the batteries, but like, I mean, like how much damage are we gonna do to like our water and stuff after like mining all the lithium?
It's
the same thing. Like it's just now we're destroying our water instead of the atmosphere.
The battery lasts 8 years though, so it has an 8-year warranty. I don't know about lasting 8 years.
Damn, I wonder, because apparently they can recycle them. I don't know what that really means.
Imagine if I could drive a Tesla for 8 years. It would be totally worth buying it and driving it.
Yeah. I should have bought like Tesla stock when it was like so fucking cheap.
Right. I thought about that a long time ago. I don't like Elon Musk though.
What don't you like about him?
A lot of personal reasons, I guess.
Just another billionaire.
I'm a conspiracy theorist, so I have
Do you think he's like Dr. Evil?
No.
You think he's doing some shady shit with China?
No, I just don't believe he is who they say he is. I believe he's a rich boy, legacy buyer that was born into an elite family, and he's just a puppet of a company. And
you don't believe all the PayPal, the X.com stuff?
No, he's a legacy buyer. He's bought and sold all the way up to where he is today. If you go look at his history, bio, and all that stuff, he just literally bought a company and then sold that one and bought it, and like moved all the way up. He's never like started really anything of his own. Tesla is literally stolen technology.
Yeah, it's not his.
Yeah, it's not his. So.
The only reason he was like the face of Tesla is because they came to him and they pretty much said, hey, if you can get our stock price of this, we'll give you all this stock.
And I think he's just been groomed to be this white knight that he's really not.
Like this public figure?
Yeah. That's my opinion.
Interesting. I don't know. I haven't really heard of a whole lot of that stuff, so I'll have to look into it.
Yeah, well, like I said, I'm a bit of a conspiracy theorist.
I don't think it's that far of a stretch.
Well, there's a lot of things that, you know, when you put your tinfoil hat on, you can see some things that you're like, it might not be that much of a conspiracy or a theory.
Well, I don't see, that's why I just say that. I don't consider myself a conspiracy theorist personally, but I know normies, as I would say.
Yeah.
A lot of things that I say comes off to them as crazy.
Yeah.
What?
Yeah, well,
media rejection.
I just think to say, hey, like, you know, it's good to be skeptical. You know, it's good to not just believe everything you hear.
It's good to think.
It's good to think. Yeah, it's like that doesn't make you a dark doomsday person.
Right. Like I use common sense and logic and reason in my argument.
Yeah. So hey, I'm not saying that I believe.
Like I'm saying go look at his bio and look at this. I'm not saying go just making things up.
Yeah, it's like I'm just saying like there's something suspicious like you know. Like,
yeah.
That's
it's
all
a little
I'm saying.
fishy.
Yeah.
He just comes out of nowhere, buys this company, sells this company, buys this company, and just becomes the most famous man in the world with no proof that he is who says he is.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
Interesting.
His hair's fake.
yeah. He used to be real bald.
Yeah, he used to be bald as fuck.
Yep.
That's crazy.
And fat.
Yeah.
Bald and fat.
They can suck the fat right out of you though. Yeah, a little tube shit.
Yeah, well, apparently, do you see he once challenged the world champion sumo wrestler to like a duel in one.
Wait, Elon?
Yeah.
What?
Yeah, there's a video of him like throwing the sumo wrestler out of the ring. Like slamming him down, yeah.
It's funny as fuck, dude. I like Tesla, I like SpaceX, I like that, but I see what you're saying, like he's just like...
Yeah, I'm a huge fan of Tesla. That's my problem.
Do you like SpaceX?
No.
What don't you like about it?
That's another long subject and argument. But Yeah, I'm a huge fan of Tesla, and I just think that he wanted to make cars with renewable energy that could regenerate on their own, where you could have a battery at home yourself for free and expendable. They took everything he had and they're monetizing it. Now they can sell you charges. That's the only reason it's coming out now. Electric cars were out before gas cars, and they were able to like charge cars. There was a race called boxcars back in like 1900s, and they were making it from Maine all the way to Oklahoma on a single charge.
Wow.
And this is 120 years ago.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, and then they shut down the electric cars. Ford started the gas cars.
Yeah.
The whole fossil fuel thing
Well,
started.
Nikola Tesla, dude, I watched like there's like a movie about him. The stuff was great. If like all his theories were true, then like yeah.
Well, he didn't want to invent anything because he knew it'd be used for evil.
Yeah, but like if his thing had taken off, we'd be living like I feel like a way more advanced society.
But it's available. What he said is available, but they're not going to do it.
Yeah, and it was like, why would we have this endless power when we could charge people for light bulbs and electricity?
Yeah, he said you could suck the electricity right out of the air. You can just turn on a generator, and it will come right out of the air. So.
Yeah.
Those light bulbs are designed to go out. The first light bulb ever made still burning in like a fire station.
Are you serious?
Yeah.
Really?
They designed them.
Right. Oh no. Then we got some more of them.
They designed them to break so people just constantly buy them. Just like if you just buy one set of light bulb and you're done for life. Like
yeah, you don't need more buy. Yeah, that's
on the market. Capitalism.
It's crazy, man.
Yeah.
So is there some good and bad sides of it for sure?
Like what's it called, Lamborghini and Ferrari, they make everything so complicated because they don't want you working on it. They want you to come in and pay them to work on the car. Like if you know how to work on like a Lamborghini, it's insane.
It is crazy, man.
What don't you like about SpaceX though?
I don't believe in space.
You don't think? What do you think's like? What do you mean?
I don't believe in outer space. I believe what you see is it.
Well, what do you mean? Like, if we at night we see the moon, we see like stars. Like, what is that?
That's to me they're like small, close, and local personal projections. I believe we live inside of like a simulated realm environment, like the ancients used to believe. You ever seen like ancient depictions?
I've seen.
It looks like an eyeball, like a plane of existence inside with the stars spin around every observer.
Interesting.
That's what I think.
Interesting. Well, I haven't heard that theory, but that's interesting.
Yeah.
So like,
it's like geocentrism versus heliocentrism.
what are those?
Like geocentrism believes that the Earth is the center of the universe.
Yeah.
And that God created it all, the heavens and the earth, and that's it. That's what I believe. And then the heliocentrism is that you believe in outer space and that the Earth is spinning around a fireball, hurling in millions of miles per hour. I don't believe in any of that. I don't believe in dinosaurs, evolution. So, yeah. So I'm a conspiracy theorist, I guess. That's why I say. Yeah.
No, I mean, hey, I like to hear these thoughts. You know,
but I have reason and logic behind it. I don't think there's any proof for any of that other stuff. And I think there's more proof for creationism than there is for space.
I agree.
So like,
it's not that far of a stretch. I know.
Yeah, I'm a Christian.
Yeah.
So like,
I super believe in the God. I believe in God and the Bible and the sciences in the Bible, which has been removed from our teachings. That's why they removed the church and state, because they used to teach this in school like 100 years ago. And my grandmother's tribe, which was a Christian tribe, they taught geocentrism.
So you think like if you go up, it's just the heavens? Like
no,
that's where
like
God is, or?
the sky above us is it. Like I believe the sky is personal. Like you see your own sun, your own moon, and your own stars, and they come to and away from you each day in your own circle of sight. The sun stays in your area for 14 hours all day long. It shines on the insides of all the clouds on the horizon, which are in your little area, from morning to evening. Let's say like 5 p.m. when it's shining on the insides of the clouds on the horizon. 5 p.m. it's like 5 time zones to your west, supposedly, on the globe. That's 2,500 miles. Those clouds are within 50 miles of you.
Yeah.
the beams of the light are shining on the inside of the clouds or the new area. There's no way that sun is 5 time zones to your west where it's noon in Hawaii.
Yeah.
No,
Like, I see what you're saying.
It's not possible.
Yeah.
The sun follows you down the highway at noon. Cloud to cloud to cloud to cloud. If you stop, it'll stop too.
Yeah.
That's doing that for everybody in your time zone for thousands of miles.
Yeah.
The moon only illuminates nearby clouds, like right above you.
Yeah.
But if somebody was like 10 miles that way and you could see their cloud would be dark even though they look up and the moon's lighting up their cloud.
I see what you're saying. So their cloud should still be light where they're really
Right.
far away.
The light is personal.
I see what you're saying.
You are the light of the world, as the Bible teaches.
Right.
And all the light that you see is a projection from you, a reflection. The world is born through you.
Interesting.
That's pretty cool.
Yeah.
That's pretty cool.
Yeah, it's in the Bible.
So you don't like SpaceX because you don't believe
Because I
there's
believe it's fraud.
Okay. Just one way to
It's
make
a
money.
lie. It's a way to make money. Yeah.
just a way for them to kind of. That makes sense.
But let me ask you, do you think that Elon knows this?
Oh yeah.
He's just like, I'm fooling those people.
I think every super rich, powerful, and elite person in the world knows this.
Do you think there's like a secret society secretly running everything?
I think there's several.
Yeah.
I think then they're actually at war with each other a little bit too at times. Yeah.
I mean, the World Economic Forum, dude, that's just
Yeah.
some sketchy shit.
Well, I believe the Vatican has its own.
Yeah, I mean, the Vatican.
The Vatican is one of the most powerful entities in the United States. Probably the most powerful entity in the United States. They run the Federal Reserve. They run everything on
they
this
run
side.
everything, yeah.
Freemasonry used to run the United States, but it was infiltrated by the Jesuit Vatican order. But now there's a cabal coming from India, and that's been happening for a while. And Russia's got its own thing going too. And they all kind of work together. As long as they're in power, they're okay. That's the way I view it. Yeah, as long as one of them are in power, they're okay.
Makes sense.
But yeah, I'm pro Freemasonry out of all the secret societies. The Vatican and the Jesuit order I hate the most.
My dad got invited to be a Freemason.
So I just feel like they're the ones that have like enslaved us and murdered my ancestors the most.
My cousin, he works at a UT hospital in Galveston, and he's seen like a lot of evidence in their other hospitals that there's like some of the doctors and the higher ups of the hospital are members of the Skull and Bone Society.
Yeah, Skull and Crossbones, that's a different society too.
He's like it's weird because he's like sometimes the
No, I believe they're the ones that killed JFK and Abraham Lincoln and the Native Americans.
The guy who owns the Houston Rockets, he'll look in George Soros. They've like regularly met with like the guy who owns the hospital.
Yeah, I believe that Skull and Crossbones are the ones that are responsible for a lot of the evil in our country. Like 9/11,
because there's in one of his boss's office, there's a picture of like that skull and bones on the wall, and like in a group of guys like around like this table in his office.
All right, Texas 1A. Where am I going? Yeah, I've done a lot of research on the conspiracy stuff. But I started a YouTube channel about my personal sun and moon theory, and then that was about 6 years ago, and it's just getting deeper and deeper and deeper. Like at first I was trying to like disprove what I was seeing, because I went out one day, I was like, okay, I'm gonna reset, and everything I think I believe, I'm no longer gonna see it. I'm gonna go look at heaven and earth as I see it and describe it. And that's what I came to the conclusion that these lights are what we're seeing are our own. And then I tried to disprove it and have other people disprove it, and nobody can. Like, and I can only like rebuttal their rebuttal with better rebuttal. So it's like,
yeah, and it just goes on.
Yeah, and most people think I'm crazy at first when they first hear it, and then they hear me start explaining it, and they're like, "Oh, what's going on? What is this?" Like, so when I first discovered like my own theory, I bought like a $700 camera to time lapse the stars, and I was like, they're spinning perfectly around me, and I was like, okay, I can zoom in all the way onto the star. It's an 83 times zoom camera, and I was like, but I can't zoom in on an object on the horizon, but I can zoom in on a star that's trillions of miles away. I mean, how is this mathematically possible?
Yeah.
Okay, so if I can zoom in on stars, but I can't zoom in on objects on the horizon, somebody beyond my horizon, like 50 miles, is seeing the same stars spinning around them. But we can't see each other remotely, but we can zoom in on the same stars, but we can't zoom in on each other.
Right.
Like, so it's just weird mathematical anomalies like that. Or like how like Johannesburg and Finland, right? They share a small local noon during the equinox, but they're 9,000 land miles apart and 6,000 air miles apart. That's 2.5 United States wide. They share a sun on a perfect sphere. Like Finland's up here, Johannesburg's down here. And they're so far apart. But like 4,000 miles from me, that's technically when the sun rises, 6 time zones to your east, it's dark outside. This is at a distance further than that, right? And it's right on top of both of them, like bright as day, on a perfect ball.
It's a lot to take in. I'm like,
Yeah. I'm like, wait a second.
So, it's
you've done a lot of research.
a lot of thinking.
Yeah.
A lot of thinking.
It's insane.
Yeah.
So what you said you don't mind the Freemasons. What do you, like, what's the reason behind that?
Like, don't mind them.
Yeah, you said, like...
I think they've done a lot of great things, and I think their original intentions was to be, like, kind of like the leaders of people and men, and then other evil organizations kind of tainted it over the years. You heard of Alex Jones?
Yeah.
He kind of talks about this,
yeah.
about how they
a
used
lot
to...
of this stuff is true, too.
A lot of it, he talks about how, like, the Freemasons used to, like, have straight parties and women, and it used to be, like, glamorous, and now it's become, like, a LGBT fest, and, like, and very, like, Vatican. They've brought all those people over.
Yeah.
So, but, I believe the Freemasons were originally Christian and built the modern world.
Yeah, and they're in their writing. It said, they believe in the God, the supreme one God.
Yep. What's y'all's favorite conspiracy? You believe in any? Name one.
I think 9/11 was Steve.
9/11 was yours? Do you believe in 9/11?
Me?
Yeah.
No.
You don't think it was an inside job?
I think it was an inside job.
Okay.
Yeah.
I agree.
The whole world changed after that.
Yeah. That was one of the big ones that woke me and my friends up a long time ago.
Yeah.
Obviously, JFK is... Well, that's not even a conspiracy. That's a conspiracy fact.
Yeah.
Hey, so my wife and I, we were watching this short clip that, like, rewound it past the whole incident, and, like, it was playing on my computer while I was, like, running around my house, and my wife was like, the driver shot him, and so
I've seen that.
he gets shot and he leans forward, and then Jackie checks on him like, how are you doing? And he's like leaned up, and then he's still alive, and then right as he's like alive, the passenger driver goes boom, and his head goes back.
I know what video you're talking about.
Yeah, but if you go watch any of the footage, it looks like the passenger driver turns and shoots him just like that.
Yeah.
Weird. Okay.
But he was shot twice, outside the vehicle, and he was still alive, so they shot him inside, made sure he was dead.
They got rid of him for a couple reasons.
Yeah, he was against the whole secret society.
Yeah, I mean, he was one that did the whole speech about the FBI and secret societies.
Yeah, some people believe that the whole scene was fake. I've heard this conspiracy too, like he was a robot, like the whole thing was fake and seen and set up and an imposter. And I've also heard that he came back later as what's that president's name? Carter, Jimmy Carter. They look so much alike.
Jimmy
Just
Carter was
Google
so bad, though.
JFK and Carter, and look at their faces next to each other.
Alright, let's see.
Yeah.
Jimmy Carter was such a bad president, though.
But he didn't start any wars.
Yeah.
They didn't really do a whole lot of anything.
Nope.
I know JFK wanted to get rid of the IRS and go to state banking.
Yeah. Centralized banking is what they want.
Yeah.
The elites want.
Yep.
It's the Vatican.
Holy Roman Empire never fell.
Nope. It just altered.
Interesting.
They do kind of look alike.
That's It's crazy.
Yeah, I've seen all kinds of conspiracies on JFK.
Yeah.
So.
I don't think he was Jimmy Carter though.
Yeah, I don't think it's Jimmy Carter either.
Yeah.
No, I was just entertaining conspiracies.
Yeah,
Yeah,
like
yeah.
that's what you're saying.
That's what I consider conspiracies.
Yeah,
where
that-
like it's subjective and suggestive.
That
yeah,
one,
yeah.
That's like an actual conspiracy. Where you're like, okay, you know, that's a little far. Now you're
Yeah.
reaching.
It's like,
That's
Yeah.
what I consider a conspiracy theory.
Right.
yeah.
But like with my sun, moon, stars and stuff, that's experience. That's what I.
I've just been paying attention to like all the Great Reset shit. That shit scares the hell out of me.
Oh yeah.
That scares the hell out of me.
What do y'all watch? Tim Pool?
No, I listen to I like Kim Iverson on she talks about a lot on what's it called that bit The Hill, and then I don't watch The Hill, but like I watch her like sets on YouTube and stuff. I love Russell Brand.
He's kind of he's waking up.
Yeah, Russell Brand. He's super objective. I like him a lot. And then obviously what was another good one? Shit. Oh, I love Breaking Points with Crystal Sager. They talk about like a lot of shit too.
I don't even know where I get this information. Just kind of like I don't.
And I also listen to a lot of Joe Rogan, so I hear like a lot
Yeah,
of stuff on his podcast.
I used to listen to Joe.
I love Joe.
I used to. He drives me nuts.
What about him?
Same issue. Same issue.
Yeah, you think he's just a puppet?
I don't know. He's pissing a lot of puppets off, is what it seems like.
Well, he flip-flopped on the moon landings. And I know you can't land on the moon. You can't land on a translucent object that's floating small, close, and local to every observer. It's not a solid object, therefore you can't land on it. So I know you can't land on the moon, and like he used to swear up and down. There's videos of him going, "There's no way we landed on the moon." And then Neil deGrasse Tyson visited him, and then it's like, "We landed on the moon." Like, yep, But I understand that he had kids. He probably got threatened. Hey, look, we're the most powerful group in the world. If you don't start pushing space stuff, we're gonna
make some bad things happen.
Exactly, and I understand that point, so I don't really beat him up too much for it. And he did wake me up to a lot of like DMT, ayahuasca, self-healing.
Have you done DMT?
Yeah.
How was that?
It's great.
Yeah.
It's a healing experience.
You've done mushrooms like 6 times?
Yeah,
Time is a bad trip.
Smoking DMT is kind of like, it's hard to digest because it's gone and quick, and it's so intense. But I prefer oil DMT. It's you can take it and it synthesizes through your stomach, so it lasts about 90 minutes, and it's more of a slow come up. You get to experience the whole thing and understand what's going on and meditate, and then come down, and then you're good.
Have you done mushrooms?
Yeah, I've done mushrooms a bunch.
Yeah.
And acid and.
Do you have good trips? Bad trips ever?
I don't believe in bad trips. I believe all trips are good trips, regardless
like
of what
in
you
perspective, like
what you went through was what you were meant to go through.
Yeah.
And the people that have bad trips, they're afraid to face themselves, I think.
Bro, I've had like 6.
What? Like it's you facing yourself. It's what's going on. And
it's a lot
the people that
bullshit,
freak out, they're having trouble facing themselves. Like
yeah. It's I know what you mean.
You gotta let go.
It just scared them.
No, I agree with you. I agree with you. I mean, for sure, like
you gotta let go. You gotta let go. That's what it's all about. Let go. Yeah.
No, I love that shit. I mean, that's what always Joe Rogan talking about. He's like, when you're high as fuck, and he's like, and you're super anxious. He's like, afterwards, he's like, when you come down from it, you're like, you know, maybe I should be a better person.
Yeah. Shrooms did that to me.
Yeah.
Every time I've done them.
Yeah, shrooms are amazing.
I stopped doing them just because I kept having bad trips.
They're probably healing you.
Yeah, I mean they've helped me, you know.
Sweet, thank you so much.
Thank you guys. I appreciate y'all.
Yeah.
You have a good night.
Yes, sir. Be drive safe.
I will. To get out, you press the button and the handle at the same time.
Where's the handle?
Oh, yeah.
Right.
There you go. And the door. Push the button and the door. There you go.
Oh.
There you go.
Thank you.
Yep. It woke me up to a lot of stuff, like